Open up, this at the time of the year. Flow come to spread the Christmas cheer. To everybody whether far or near. Flow make a Christmas sparkle around here.
Celebrate Christmas with double data and a free ZTE A5 when you add your mobile to your home internet. Plus, enjoy the best mobile rates on the best network as low as $80 per line for 4 lines.
Christmas have a sparkle, you know? Make it happen with Flow.
Visit discoverflow.co for more details. Conditions apply.
This is so shiny. This is so new. I want a TDC automotive vehicle for 2022.
At TDC Automotive, old is out and new is in. Visit us and take our 2021-2022 models for a spin. Boasting all new features, colors, whistles, and bells, you can reserve your vehicle today. There's no need to dwell. Get your VAT Day savings, registration, licensing, rewards points, and much more. Honestly, we just don't know what you're waiting for.
Visit your automotive VAT Day specialist today for the best vehicles and best value. TDC Automotive, #1 for a reason.
Clap and Rams, the good food people. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas from Rams. Have a holly jolly Christmas this December when you shop at any of our Rams supermarkets and cash and carry locations in St. Kitts and Nevis. Enter to win an Apple Lions. Win yourself an iPhone 13, Apple iPad, Samsung 50-inch Smart TV, or a Whirlpool washing machine. Celebrate Christmas with Rams, where you're guaranteed better prices, better quality, and better value for you and your family. Happy holidays from Rams, the good food people.
Terms and conditions apply. See in stores for details.
Very pleasant good morning to our viewers and listeners. Once again, you're logged on to WINNFM 98.9 for another episode of Voices. My name is Socrates. I'll be the host of today's program, and we have a whole ton of people in the studio with us this morning. It's going to be epic. For those who know what I'm talking about, the Christmas breeze is out there. It's blowing nice and cool. We call this Christmas breeze. It sort of precedes the Christmas season. And it's the 6th day of December. And as I said, I'm a bit late, and we have some guests in the studio who are actually sitting in. Try to pull up the bio, but there's a little internet thing going on there. And so we're going to ask you in a moment to introduce yourselves and let me know your claim to fame. I'm told that you're famous, world-famous personalities, and you've done lots of stuff. You've got your guitar, your maracas, and key. What was it called that?
It's a melodica.
A melodica. You're going to get your microphones a bit closer. And we don't have enough chairs for 12 persons. I know you. You're famous also. Right? So, are we going to do the ladies first?
I'll start to introduce everyone. This is kind of my group. My name is Tim Kubart, and these are the Space Cadets. It's Felipe Galgani, Chip Thomas, and Diana Lawrence, who are here. We're playing music for kids and families in St. Kitts and Nevis. We are here at the U.S. Embassy, and we're just super excited to be playing concerts, playing at different schools, playing some public performances, and doing some teaching as well. We are here to celebrate music, education, and entrepreneurship, as well as doing some talks around the island. So we're just so happy to be here. And we are loving this Christmas breeze.
And I appreciate that too. You've got a big concert coming up on shortly in Independence Square?
Yeah, well, we're playing Thursday night at the Antioch Baptist Church, Sunday at the Hamilton House in Nevis, and Tuesday night, so next Tuesday night, we're at the Carnival Village, and I that must be for the 50th anniversary of the Sugar Mass
It's all
Carnival.
part of it. You're right in the mix of it.
Yeah, so we're so excited to play that one. I think we play around 8 o'clock that night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our listenership is huge. It's global.
Hey, everybody.
And so you know you guys, with your fame and all that, you're speaking to the world. For those listening, I want to say good morning to Brenda O'Neill, to, I call her a different name, can't call her an A. And of course, to Miss Pam Wall, she is like one of our premier musical icons. She teaches the choir, she teaches music, she's into this sort of stuff. So, Ms. Wall, this show is dedicated to you. You got a Space Cadets in the house, and momentarily, we'll get into what they're doing here in St. Kitts at the moment, apart from playing the concerts, etc. What's the connection?
Great.
What's the connection?
Oh, what's the connection? Oh, well, we're here with the U.S. Embassy from
Embassy.
Bridgetown, Barbados, and we're here we're celebrating music, education, and entrepreneurship. So we have different programs running throughout the next week and a half. So some of them are public performances, but we're also going to the primary schools to celebrate music. Felipe in the group is a wonderful tap dancer.
Which one is Felipe?
That's
Hello, it's me. How
You
you
wear the
doing?
heels and all the stuff, they click, tap
Yes,
dance?
absolutely.
You guys are live on camera, so just to let you know.
Sounds good. I love that.
All right,
Yeah.
so we have a tap dancer and
a tap dancer and a Chip is drummer.
percussion. You know, six.
Yes.
There you go. Sounds good.
And Diana is a wonderful keyboardist, and she brought along a melodica today, which is a keyboard that you can blow into.
You can blow into it.
It's going to be melodious. Yourselves? Yourselves?
We were with the embassy and the public affairs section.
Okay.
They brought us here.
Yeah.
Come again. What about you? I feel like we're here.
Hi, good morning. So Nikia Holder from the Public Affairs section. I'm here with my colleague Sabrina Foster.
Nice to be in St. Kitts.
So we need to try one?
Yeah, and the U.S. Embassy, they do a lot through the U.S. Aid to support teachers and students in St. Kitts and Nevis. So we're here to contribute and go along with that.
Okay. Welcome once again to the studios of WINNFM. I'm going to ask our audience to hold the calls until we would have had some musica from you guys. So let's hear what you got to say. You're coming to film.
Oh, we're doing a song? What's going on?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to play a
Show.
song. Cool. So we play for kids and families, and we play songs. A lot of our songs are in the voice of a kid because we like to say that everyone was a kid once. Being a kid is a universal human experience. And this is a song about having a dance party with your family. And we hope this next week and a half in St. Kitts and Nevis we'll be able to have a bunch
It's
of dance
Carnival
parties.
time. You're in the middle of one of the greatest festivities, Carnival Christmas festivities. So you're ready.
That's right. Yeah, we're here to celebrate all that, and I hope to see a lot of families out there doing lots of dancing. Here's a song called "Dancing in the Kitchen." Everyone's good. Everyone's ready.
Yeah.
Great. All right. So we got Diana on the melodica, Chip playing a bunch of instruments, and Felipe's gonna be tap dancing back there. I'll be playing guitar and singing. It's called "Dancing in the Kitchen." It goes like this: 1, 2. Another cold and rainy Saturday. I've been sitting on my couch all day. But then I heard steps on the floor. Turned around to see what for. There was Grandma grinning. She took my hand and said to me, "Get up, you don't know what you're missing. Everyone, we're dancing in the kitchen. Pop and dance, holding down the rhythm. Get on up, move into position. Everyone, groove it is the mission. Pop and dance, we're dancing in the kitchen. Go!" So I planned out my next move, went to my sister's room. Yesterday we had a fight, but a kitchen dance party can make things alright. She'd been waiting to receive an invitation from me. I left and said, "Get excited, you're my sis. Crush, you're invited, get on up. You don't know what you're missing, everyone. We're dancing in position. Pots and pans, we're dancing in the kitchen. Hey, hey. All right, we're gonna need all the help from all the people in the room right now. So Solomon, we wanna hear you loud and proud. I'm gonna say something, and then everyone in the room, from the U.S. Embassy, from 98.9, wanna hear you loud and proud. I say something, you say it right back. It goes like this. Here we go. Say spoons. Spoons. Yes, the word is spoons. If you're listening in your car, at home, you can do it too. Here we go. Say spoons. Spoons. Cans. Cans. Cups and forks and pots and pans. Go. Very good with the spoons and cans. We're gonna try some other words now. Want to hear you loud and proud. Here we go. It goes like this. Say plates. Plates. Bowls. Bowls. Ooh, they're good. Here we go. Say plates. Plates. Bowls. Bowls. Cookie sheets for dinner rolls. Very good with the plates and bowls. We've got one more for you. Want to hear you loud and proud. If you're from the U.S. Embassy, if you're interviewing us at 98.9, if you're from the United States and you're playing music right now, we want to hear it. It goes like this. Say ladles. Ladles. Whisks. Whisks. Say ladles. Ladles. Whisks. Whisks. Say ladles. Ladles. Whisks. Whisks. Muffin tins and a lot of chopsticks. Say ladles. Ladles. Whisks. Whisks. And hold up. Go, Diana. Go, go, go. Diana from Chicago. Go Felipe and Chip. When you're out there living every day, you got a groove but think that it could wait. A kitchen's just a kitchen anyway. We can dance anytime, anywhere. All we got to do is say get on up. You don't know what you're missing, everyone. We're dancing in the kitchen, pots and pans, holding down the rhythm. Get on up. Move into position, everyone grooving is the mission. Pots and pans, we're dancing in the kitchen. Hey, 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 get on up. Don't know what you're missing, everyone. We're dancing in the kitchen. Pots and pans, holding down the rhythm. Get on up, move into position, everyone grooving is the mission. Pots and pans, we're dancing in the kitchen.
I'm going to say that this is awesome. And for the folks who can't see the entire crew, we've had, is it Felipe?
Yes, Felipe.
And his tap shoes are both at the board, and he's actually dancing in syncopation with the rhythms. And we have Chip on the drums, percussion. Your name again?
Diana.
Diana. I want to ask, whose conception was this? Who conceptualized this whole thing? You did?
It's my conception. I've been playing music for kids and families for about 18 years now. So I started in New York City playing birthday parties, and I first started playing at shelters for people experiencing homelessness on the Upper West Side of New York City. And I realized it was my favorite thing I did every week, so I wanted to figure out how to turn it into a career and be able to go around the world and write music for kids and families and perform it. Along the way, I found some incredible performers, artists, musicians who had the same sort of spirit, and they have been along for the ride for a few years now.
It is said that all things shall perish from under the sky. Music alone shall live. So what's your personal mantra?
My personal mantra? Wow.
You gotta have one.
Do you have a personal mantra?
Music?
Yeah.
No, mine is like my music is my life, is my music.
Ooh.
Wow, that's beautiful.
You should have had that.
Yeah. Wow, I've never really sat and thought about a personal mantra. Does anybody in the group have a
The
mantra?
energy.
I'm trying to think
This
of
is
it.
like your life's
Yeah,
work
I
here.
think-
You
I
must have
think-
a mantra.
I wanna make mine around the word joy. I think I'm trying to find it. I mean, music for me is a way to experience joy. It's more
The
of my
perfect
my
vehicle
way
to reach
in,
just above everyone.
Yeah, my way into joy for sure is
And I'm looking at
through
your
music.
personality. You may know, you may have heard, I'm an entertainer myself.
Yes.
And so there comes a time when I can be the quietest person in the room.
Mm-hmm.
But
Same.
then when you call me and say, I turn it on.
Same.
And I have to know when to turn it off. So I'm watching your personality. You're exuding that on stage, in your face. I'm the entertainer. You look at me. And I'm looking at Philippe over here. He's into it.
Yes.
Right? Is this the general composition of the band?
The general composition of the band? I
Yes.
mean, it can happen in a bunch of different ways, but a lot of times it's this. Though Diana is playing a keyboard that is actually plugged in, and Chip is playing a drum set. But so this is a stripped down
It's a
version.
mobile rig.
But yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay.
the
This
mobile
is
rig.
okay. Beautiful.
But if you come see us at some of the public performances, it will be a louder, bigger experience.
I want to see that, and I want for
Come
the
on out.
public to see the entire performance because the cameras won't capture you, Philip's performance. It's really, really great. I've seen tap dancers, well, over the many years because I've been on stage, but I don't think a lot of folks here recently because it's like a past talent. That's not the right phrase, right?
Yeah. It's, there's kind of been a renaissance in the tap world the last, 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
I've tried it and I've failed miserably despite a great teacher in Felipe, but I'll stick to using my hands mostly for the percussion.
I don't believe I have.
But you're both percussive. Diana, speak to us.
It's funny. Today I'm a wind instrumentalist, and then I'm blowing into this instrument. So I'm holding out my hand. Just if you've never seen a melodica, that's what I'm playing today. And I'll hold my finger down on a key, and it won't make sound unless I blow into it.
Yeah.
But in a normal gig, I'm also a percussionist. I'm a pianist and a keyboard player. So in some ways, I'm also using my hands to make rhythm, but I also get to make pitch.
The connection. I mean, like.
Tim brought us all together. Tim
Yeah,
is
for
our
sure.
connection.
I mean, I'm
So these are the Space
touring-
Cadets. It's Tim and the Space.
Tim and the
It
Space
is.
Cadets. Yeah.
18 years you've been on the road, bringing joy, entertainment to people in the homeless shelters,
Yeah.
for kids, etc.
Yes.
And you, for the past 2 countries you've been to. This is, in St. Kitts and Nevis.
St. Kitts and Nevis. Yes. This is
What
our
about the
first
past 2
time here.
countries that you were?
Just last year, I'm wearing the hat today. We were brought with the U.S. Embassy to Barbados, so we got to do a program there. We've also gone to Nigeria with the embassy, and we've also been able to go to China as well and perform there.
How was the general reception? Same Barbados.
I mean, especially when we play for the kids in the primary school, kind of, I look forward to that day more than anything. And so lucky here in St. Kitts and Nevis, we have a few dates like that. Tomorrow we're playing 2 different primary schools. And that is it's just so great. I like to, when we approach it, we don't sort of
plan it.
Well, when we plan it, but I don't like to be loud to begin with, because I don't like to throw a lot at kids, because maybe they haven't really experienced as much. I mean, even in New York, I do that as well. We start kind of small, but as soon as we reach a level where it's like, you know what, everyone,
energy.
you could come out, you could get out of your seats. Do you want to jump up and down right now? And that moment every time is the most special moment for sure. It's so much fun.
Because and me, I don't normally script my performances. I read the audience and I take it from there.
I don't like to write too many set lists and things. I like to make sure that my band knows every song that I might play.
Get requests, change the mood.
Because every show is different.
It's
so
different,
you go and you're like, what do I think these people want to experience with all the songs that I know my band can play? And then just call it from there.
We're going to pause for a word from our sponsors at this moment, and when we return, we'll hear more from Tim and the Space Cadets and what they do. Yes, we're going to take one for sponsor and come back like that.
It's raining gifts at TDC Insurance Company this Christmas. Insure this season and get up to 30% off property insurance, up to 60% off motor insurance, and a host of freebies like free windshield cover and free alternative transport. Plus, you get 3 months where your payment is free. Contact us today for a quote. TDC Insurance. It's raining gifts this Christmas. Terms and conditions apply.
Shop at Rams, the good food people. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas from Rams.
Have a holly jolly Christmas this December when you shop at any of our Ram supermarkets and cash and carry locations in St. Kitts and Nevis. Enter to win an Apple Lions. Win yourself an iPhone 13, Apple iPad, Samsung 50-inch Smart TV, or a Whirlpool washing machine. Celebrate Christmas with Rams, where you're guaranteed better prices, better quality, and better value for you and your family. Happy holidays from Rams, the good food people.
Terms and conditions apply. See in stores for details.
Decided what to eat yet, hun?
Yep, almost.
If only this was easy like when we switched to Flow.
Best decision ever. Combining our mobile with Flow Internet
Saving hundreds each month on our mobile.
and getting double data to share for up to 4 lines. My ideas are the best.
Any idea when you'll make this decision?
Yeah, soon. Switch to Flow Postpaid and sign up for internet for big mobile savings and double data as low as $80 per line. Visit discoverflow.co for details. Conditions apply.
Hero and then Crafterman.
To Voices. It's another Monday, December 6th. We've got some Christmas breeze out there. We have some very talented young folks, I can say that right. Here with us, Tim and the Space Cadets, and they're traveling the globe sharing the music and the talent. And of course, during the intermission, I spoke to Felipe, who's a tap dancer with the group. I asked him, was he able to inspire any young tap dancers? Because it's a unique form of dancing. It's not too popular.
Yes.
So let me know what your reception is, what the feedback is when you do your thing.
Well, usually it's interesting because I get people that have never seen tap dance, and then for me it's just like my everyday for so many years, and I'm like, wow, that's so interesting. But it's such a small field, so I'm always excited to share and to go to places that people have no idea, because as dancers, sometimes what happens is we go and dance only for dancers. So it's dancers dancing for other dancers, and then that feeds, it stays in this very small circle. So I love like being abroad and doing projects like this one with Tim.
It's unique. It's not an everyday thing that you see, and it will appeal to a lot of folks who want creatives. I want to do something different.
Yeah, tap dance is an instrument. So it's the cool thing is like it can be played with all kinds of music. It's very open to be just like explored in so many different wonderful ways. I love that.
I was checking your syncopation. You were right in time. I mean, like
Good.
you had the drummer plus the drummer.
Yes, it is. We collaborate a lot, Chip and I.
Your nationality is...
There are some tap dancers that I feel like they're more kind of like show tap dancers, and there are some that it's still incredible to watch, but they're instrumentalists, and I would say Felipe is definitely that.
Yeah.
And your nationality is Brazilian?
Yes, I'm originally from Brazil.
Is tap dancing a big thing in Brazil?
You know, it has become bigger in Brazil. It's not the thing but it's because it is an American art form, and so that's why I moved to New York. But it's definitely much better than like 12 years ago when I moved to US.
Okay.
It's bigger.
And yourself? You're
Chip, yeah.
Chip the drummer.
Been playing drums, I think most of my life. I just always had a lot of energy. I didn't have a good outlet for it. And so when I was very young, I'd take out like spoons and pots and pans, very similar to the song that we just played, and would just bang on them. And my mom noticed that it was loud and obnoxious and annoying, but there was some rhythm to it that she said was a bit pleasing to the ear. So you
had potential.
She bought me a toy drum set, which I immediately broke because, and then she bought me a real drum set. And that was it. But it was
she got the message.
She was never upset about it. She said, maybe I shouldn't have gotten you this toy one. I should get you a real one.
She got the message.
And that was that.
You're not playing around.
The good thing about the drums, I mean, I don't know if you could tell through the radio airwaves, but I was playing drumsticks. I was playing a shaker. I was tapping on the table. And the nice thing about being a drummer is you can tap on anything. You can play anything and make anything a drum. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And we got your pedigree. Did we get how you started?
Sure, I'll talk for a second. I'm Diana. I have a similar story to Chip's in that my favorite toy as a kid was this little like a rainbow xylophone. I don't know if anybody else had one of those.
Had one of those
and
too.
I spent all my time on that. And then my parents realized, okay, maybe we'll get you a little keyboard about the size of, a large book or something. And I played that all the time to the point where it started to annoy them. And they realized maybe we need to get a piano for the house. And then I spent a lot of time on that. My favorite game, it's kind of still my favorite game, is to listen to songs that I love, like on the radio or on an album that I love, and figure out how to play them.
That's what I did.
It's my favorite, still my favorite game.
I'm self-trained as a musician. It's about you today, so I'm going to get to it. So, Tim, I think the public is ready for another selection.
Ready for another song. You know what? I'm gonna throw something. I'm gonna throw a curveball to the band right now. Felipe, could you bring out?
Absolutely.
Because I love that we were talking about the tap dance as an instrument. We were talking to Chip about playing anything. So I'm wondering, this is what we're gonna do. I'm throwing this at the band. They did not know this was happening. Let's do a shorter version of what you guys do in the show. So we call this the percussion discussion, where Felipe will play something and then Chip will play something, and they'll be playing off each other. But can you end, because also we're going to play a different song than they think we're going to play, because this song really Felipe sort of leads the beat of the whole thing. So can you get into Second Grade Show by doing it? Great. Okay, so this song is called Second Grade.
I like this curveball.
I threw them a curveball.
It's like two curveballs.
So we're gonna have a little percussion discussion with Chip and Flip, and then we're gonna make our way, and then we're gonna make our way into a song that's a true story. It's about when I played a tree in the Second Grade Show. But we'll start with the percussion discussion. It's Chip and Flip.
Nothing chips.
Here we go.
Oh man.
They found it. That's Chip and Flip, everybody. And if you want to not just hear that, and you want to actually see that as well, it's Thursday night at the Antioch Baptist Church, Sunday at the Hamilton House in Nevis, and next Tuesday is the big show at the 50th celebration of the Sugar Mass Carnival. This song's called Second Grade Show. It's about playing a tree in the school play, and it goes like this.
Tonight's the night I'm getting ready to make my big debut. I'm getting nervous for the curtain when it opens. What will I do? My little brother shows my father on the camera how to kid and record. Hope there's time to get my costume some love on the ironing board, 'cause I gotta look good in my brown and green. I gotta stay real still tonight. Next time you see me, I'll be playing a tree in the second grade show my family's coming to see. Which way the wind blows, and if you're trying to find me, where did you go? You're shaking my leaves. Up in the second grade show. Chip and flip, got the beat going. Yeah, alright. Now we've been practicing for weeks. How about the swing in the breeze? Don't have any lines. Got a good face that says, hey, the scene is important, go. And when they dim the lights and when the curtains rise, be the first one there before your very eyes. That is some beautiful foliage. I gotta look so good in my brown and green. I gotta stay real still tonight. Next time you see me, I'll be playing a tree in the second grade show my family's coming to see. Which way the wind blows, and if you're trying to find me, where did you go? You're shaking my leaves. Up in the second grade, Jackie's got a line, and Katie's got a line, Desmond's got a line, and Penny's got a line, Hugo's got a line, but I got a line for you. My friends, everyone in the studio, everyone who's listening at home or in the car, I'm wondering, can you make the sound of a tree as the wind rustles your leaves? Oh, shh. That's so nice. That's so peaceful. Oh, we're hearing it from the embassy. Very good. Oh, one more time. Oh, shh. Good job, good job. Oh, Solomon, thank you so much. Here we go. Because I'm playing a tree in the second grade show my family's coming to see. Which way the wind blows, and if you're trying to find me, where did you go? You're shaking my leaves. Because I'm playing a tree, my family's coming to see. And if you're looking for me, well, I'll be playing a tree. Up in the second grade, we really got it made. Underneath my shade. In the second grade, go Chip, go flip.
Sound of Tim and the Space Cadets. We're going to pause once again for a word from our sponsors and come back and speak about who creates the band material and the awards you have won. Take it away.
Rams, the good food people. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas from Rams.
Have a holly jolly Christmas this December when you shop at any of our Ram supermarkets and cash and carry locations in St. Kitts and Nevis. Enter to win an Apple Lions. Win yourself an iPhone 13, Apple iPad, Samsung 50-inch Smart TV, or a Whirlpool washing machine. Celebrate Christmas with Rams, where you're guaranteed better prices, better quality, and better value for you and your family. Happy holidays from Rams, the good food people.
Terms and conditions apply. See in stores for details.
Open up, this at the time of the year. Flow up and spread the Christmas cheer. To everybody whether far or near. Flow make a Christmas park around here.
Celebrate Christmas with double data and a free ZTE A5 when you add your mobile to your home internet. Plus, enjoy the best mobile rates on the best network as low as $80 per line for 4 lines.
Christmas have a sparkle, you know? Make it happen with Flow.
Visit discoverflow.co for more details. Conditions apply.
Enjoy the convenience of getting all your documents in one place. At the TDC Copy and Print Center on 4th Street in Basse-Terre, we do just that. We offer document formatting, graphic design, and copy and print services. Our team of professionals truly understand all your needs, whether it be administrative, professional, academic, or personal. You bring it, we deliver it with quality every time. Visit the TDC Copy and Print Center today in the TDC Mall on 4th Street in Basse-Terre or call 465-2511. Your copy and print specialists are waiting to serve you.
You are locked on to Win FM 98.9 on the FM dial. That's right. It's another episode of Voices, and Socrates is hosting today Tim and the Space Cadets. They played a couple of selections, and let me tell you, they're mesmerizing, and you can see them at the Antioch Baptist Church. There's a date he gave out.
Yeah,
and then
Thursday
again,
night.
Thursday night.
Sunday at the Hamilton House in Nevis. I believe that's at 3 in the afternoon. And Tuesday night at the Carnival Village, so next Tuesday. And I believe we're starting at 8 p.m.
Yeah, well, I'll be there. I think I'll be there.
Oh, great.
So we've covered how many years you've been in the business? Well, the pleasure, because
I've been doing this for about 18 years. When I was 19 years old, and if you can do math now, you know how old I am.
Imagine
that. In college, I went to a Jesuit university, and part of a Jesuit education is doing community service. And so there was a long list of places to do community service. And I was drawn to going to a shelter for women and children experiencing homelessness. And I went there once or twice a week. I started bringing my guitar. I was taking care of kids in the nursery. And I just realized it was my favorite part of the week. So I thought maybe I can try and figure out how to turn this into a career.
And this felt like a natural calling to you?
The first time I did it, it was like, oh, this is what I do.
Okay. Let's talk about your many awards, because your bio speaks of an award-winning.
There's one. There's one.
Don't
big
be shy.
One.
Don't be shy. Don't
There's
be shy.
one
Don't
big
be
one.
shy.
We won the Grammy Award for Best Children's Album in 2016. And then was nominated for a Grammy a few years later, as well as I've also been the host of a kids TV show for. I was a host of a kids TV show for a few years and received 2 Emmy nominations during that.
There you go.
So that is the Grammy win is for an album called Home. What was the first song we played? The first song we played.
Kitchen.
That Dancing in the Kitchen is from Home,
Okay.
which won the Grammy.
For the folks who want to see that, is it online? Is there a link you can share?
I mean, if you search my name, Tim, and then my last name is Ku, B as in boy, A-R-T. So Tim, Ku, Bart like Bart Simpson, and that's where sort of
we're not gonna call it Bart Simpson.
That's where a lot of the videos and things are, and then all streaming platforms for music. If you search my name, and Home is the one that won the Grammy. A lot of the songs we play are from that album.
Okay, the material, where does it come from?
I really try hard to write songs that are coming from whether it's a story of my own, a story someone told me, or something that I'm kind of experiencing myself. Probably the best example of this is I have a song called Ready For You. And that song is about kind of feeling like you've been taking good care of yourself and you're able to take care of someone else. And so that could be, I'm ready for a relationship, I'm ready for a child. The song is the story of a kid telling telling their family that they are ready for a dog. So kind of being able to find that feeling that is a universal feeling we all have. That's like, you know what? I'm ready to take care of something besides just me. And whether that's a dog, and so like then try to make the chorus a bit more universal, try to make the feeling a bit more universal. But the story is something that kids can totally relate to, the want for a dog, which, well, I think a lot of people can relate to that.
But for adults, it's about finding your center before you're able to relate to other persons.
Absolutely, finding your center first. And then there's a song that we have called Better that's kind of a bit about an argument. I sort of wrote it out of that, but sort of...
You got into arguments?
I've been in arguments before, yeah. Sometimes there are disagreements, and but sort of that feeling of, you know, a family going through an argument, someone maybe like it hides themselves away in their room, and sort of the saying like, you know what, let's like reconnect here. And so I like to think of that song Better as feeling like there's a door, and you've sort of come to the point that you're like, you know what, we can't solve this apart from each other. We need each other. We need to talk about it because it's better when we're together.
Need to be better. Okay.
Yeah, and that's the next one we're gonna do.
Beautiful. We want to do it now?
Let's do it.
We're gonna run this up until the midday newscast at 12.
Okay.
And maybe after your song, you can speak to the kids in the Federation because you do perform for kids.
Yes.
Invite them out. You have to share information once again. I think they're on vacation at the moment, right? The kids are on vacation at the moment. Schools are closed. And so you should have a bigger audience. You speak to the parents, give them the information where they can come and see.
Great.
Tim, Space Cadets, Flip and Chip, Fish and Chip. No.
No.
So let's get better. Let's do better.
Yeah, this one's called Better, and it also is going to feature Diana singing a bunch of it.
Oh.
An incredible
I got to
singer.
hear your pipes.
Diana's a incredible singer, incredible songwriter. Everyone here is a wonderful artist. This song's got better.
I had a background vocalist thing a while ago. I see the background. That was nice.
She's singing some lead on this one, which here we go. And this one's from Home that won the Grammy for Best Children's
Okay.
Album. Goes like this. I could watch the heroes settle wrong from right, and you could pass the popcorn on a family movie night, or we could just go outside and take the puppy on the leash, say hi to the neighbors, and make some memories. Hey! You know it's better. Hey! When we're together. Hey! You know it's better.
I could measure out everything we need, and you can mix and help me read from Grandma's recipes. And when it's in the oven, flip the light so we can see a magic show. It begins to grow, a cake for us to eat, and it's, you know it's better when we're together. You know it's better 'cause love,
It's all around our
home.
So come on out. You
know
it's not the same without you. That was nice. Here we go. I can play the chords and you can say the words.
We'll write it down on paper, no matter how absurd.
And then we could find the rhymes and add simple harmonies. Save the band for later. Right now it's you and me. Hey! You know it's better. Hey! When we're together. Hey!
better. When we're together.
When we're together.
It's better.
You know it's better.
When we're together.
When we're together.
It's better. You know it's better.
The sons of Tim and the Space Cadets. On the vocals, we had Diana. Is it Diana?
It is.
And percussion, we had Fish and Chips.
No.
Flip and Chip.
That is what we're having for lunch today, I think, at this point.
Whether we know it or like it or not.
That's a wonderful performance. It's a great song. Folks, you're being entertained by Tim and the Space Cadets. They're visiting the Federation, and they'll be doing a couple of concerts around town before they leave. I did ask them to speak to the kids, the parents who like to come out and see. For those who can only hear what's coming in from these studios, you need to see the performances. We have four persons actually playing. We've got Tim on the guitar, and he plays it wonderfully. We've got Diana on the, whatchamacallit?
Melodica.
The melodica, which is a wind string instrument. Yeah. We've got Tim on the percussions. He's just got his sticks and his shaker thing. This is called what?
This is maraca.
Maraca, yes, I call it what the fuck it is. And Flip. Felipe, the tap dancer. Doing a wonderful job. And what was the thing
your pig
between?
as well or no?
Huh?
I did bring my pig.
Oh my gosh.
We forgot our mascot for the trip, actually.
Felipe, very important, also plays the pig. You're gonna have to make it out to one of our concerts to be able to fully
I've got
see
to
it.
hear this. Play the pig.
He really wants to, he likes to play with me. Just say hi. But we have a very famous duet.
Well, that's the best laugh I had on. I've never seen a pig in the studio.
We don't eat pork in this band.
You know, I think this would be so fascinating and inspiring for the kids to see. It's different, it's fun, and I can understand the appeal and the attraction and what you've done, because kids are the most wonderful thing.
Thank you so much, yeah.
And we live in a world today where a lot of the material that's in the media out there is not really, really good at all. The vulgarity, the wrong messages that inspire the kids in the wrong path, and then we ask how they behave that way. I've challenged DJs, presenters about the material they play. They tell me, is what I want to hear, is what you feed them. And they gravitate to that, and you feel they do a good job. It's a disservice, it's child abuse.
I would say everything that I do, I'm mostly a musician for kids, but if I wasn't a musician, if I couldn't sing, if I couldn't play guitar, I would be making things for kids. That's sort of, that's the thing that drives me. And before I write any song, I also write children's books and make TV. I think to myself, is this right for kids? That's the first question. Is this right? And if it's not, then it gets thrown away. Then we're not doing that song.
So my writing, I make sure that it's holistic, can be played in the family home, setting, etc. Yeah. Some years ago, I put a song out there. It's called "No Ting No Ring," and it was big with the kids. It was catchy. I had to go to the Roman Catholic Church and explain it because they took the wrong message, and you may not get it right away. It was it started this way. One of life's greatest tragedy is infidelity. Too many people get married in too much of a hurry. Long before you say I do, make sure you're compatible. Before you pay for it, make sure the damn thing fits. Chorus, before you marry and you put on the ring, you better check out the ting. If not, it's a recipe for horn. Horn means cheating. But the kids latched onto it. Before you marry and you put on the ring, you better check out the ting.
It sounds very catchy.
Right. And the church thought I was saying that you shouldn't wait until you're married, too. I was saying a lot of people who are not compatible get married. It ends in divorce. They only saw or heard the sexual component. That was not the message. But the kids loved it up. You know, so one has to be careful when you put the material up there, and I think what you're doing
I would
is
say,
very...
it's pretty notorious of kids latching on to things that
a
wasn't
nice hook.
initially intended for them, but they
Right.
love it. Yeah.
But being able to explain what the real message was important. And then what you guys are doing here with those songs. And I'm saying, if you can appeal to the kids, their parents to come out, be entertained, edified, inspired, it would be a most wonderful thing. So, the mic is yours.
Oh, thanks. Great. Yeah, we'll play another song, or
if you want to play another song, I'll speak to the families out there. I mean,
sure. Well,
it's up to you.
hi to the families out there. Yeah, we just try to do stuff that's right for families to be able to enjoy together. I like to say that our concerts. Though Felipe is doing a lot of tap dancing, it's really great to watch him. I say that families come to our concerts not to watch us, but to watch their kids, to experience something together. Especially, parents, kids, grown-ups go not to watch us; they go to watch their kids have a great time.
Yes.
I like to take it a step further because I like to make sure that all of the grown-ups are also getting involved with everything. So I try to make sure that it's just a great memory for everybody there. So once again, I just want to mention our public concerts coming out Thursday night at the Antioch Baptist Church. I'm not sure what time that one starts.
The program starts at 8, finish at 10. We'll be performing sometime.
The church is that as well at 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll put out information on the actual performance time once we get confirmation.
Can I repeat that?
Yeah, so the performances start between 8 and 10. We don't have a time yet for our actual slot, but when we do, we'll put that information. So just check us on our Facebook page, U.S. Embassy Bridgetown, for updates.
Great.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, we're at the Hamilton House in Nevis. I believe that starts at 3 p.m. And then next Tuesday night, we're at the Carnival Village for the big 50th celebration of the Sugar Mass Carnival, which includes the wonderful Calypso contest. But we'll be there next Tuesday, and I believe that also starts at 8 p.m. We're also going to be going around playing performances for kids at some primary schools. We'll also be talking to young people at the community college in St. Kitts and online about how to be able to build a career doing this kind of stuff. So we're here for a bunch of different reasons, about kind of celebrating creativity, celebrating music, education, and even entrepreneurship as well, and talking about how you can be a creative and make a life doing it. And with that, I guess we'll play one more song.
Yes, but before you do, I need to hear about the pig.
Oh, we need to talk about the pig.
Yeah.
We should describe for people who are listening what this thing looks
How
like.
would you describe Porquinho? my little
Porquinho
pig?
looks kind of like a large Jolly Rancher that's green colored, like the lime or the watermelon
I
Jolly
thought it was like a
Ranchers.
piggy bank.
But, like a piggy bank,
bank, yeah.
but that has the color of a Jolly Rancher to me.
he glow in the dark?
He looks like he would glow in the dark.
It does. It actually,
So what inspired this?
The
What
size of a
inspired this?
large hot dog roll.
He just run into it or what?
No. So the real story behind my little pig here, Porquinho, is that I have a friend, percussionist,
Porquinho.
that he actually plays a bunch of this.
A bunch of pig?
Yes, he plays a bunch of and
Oh my
it sounds
gosh.
amazing. So I needed to get one. And I've been bringing to, every time we travel, we have shows, I always bring Porquinho. But this is special because it's the first time that he has been featured. So I really appreciate that.
Win FM 98.9, the debut for Porquinho. Porquinho.
Very special.
He was shy, but now he's sort of an attention
He's
hog.
famous.
Get it?
Attention hug.
You're welcome.
You've got to bring Porquinho to this show. I'm going to be there on Thursday. I'm taking part in that particular show.
Oh, good, yeah.
If I wish I had a song I could actually feature Porquinho, so who knows?
We have between now and Thursday to figure it out.
Come on out to the shows and you can see Porquinho.
Who cares about the rest of
If
us?
there's anything to see, it's Porquinho.
Yeah.
Your next selection is what now?
Great. Well, we're talking all about creativity. That's what we're here to talk about: creativity, music education, and how to build a career as a creative. So this song is about getting creative with your family on a Sunday afternoon and doing some arts and crafts. So this song is called Sunday Crafternoon. Here we go. Come on over, glitter
glitter, paint, and glue. Let's get messy on a Sunday crafternoon. Everybody to the table. Gather up all the supplies. Find your favorite colored paper. And the wood is open wide. 'Cause with these markers we can draw the cityscape or a basketball for you and me. Come on over, pencil, string, and tape, arts and crafting, oh what we'll create. Come on over, glitter, paint, and glue. Let's get messy on a Sunday crafternoon. If you want to play along, well, you really do need a hat. Folding paper into quarters, halves, and thirds. You'll be the captain of the SS Arts and Crafts. 'Cause with these markers we can make the galaxy or a bunch of grapes for you and me. Come on over, pencil, string, and tape, arts and crafting, oh what we'll create. Come on over, glitter, paint, and glue. Let's get messy on a Sunday crafternoon. Oh, you and I could draw a gigantic dinosaur. Got crayons and pencils we can share. Macaroni with the string, make a necklace with a ring. It's a surprise made for my mom to wear. Let's make a castle out of craft sticks. Magic stars on a birthday card. Just watch this. Got glitter, check. Glue, check. Finger paint sounds fun. And we've only just begun. 'Cause with this paintbrush we can fly across the waves and through the sky. Just you and me. Come on over, glitter, paint, and glue. Let's get messy on a Sunday crafternoon. Come on over, glitter, paint, and glue. Let's get messy on a Sunday crafternoon. Come on over, pencil, string, and tape, arts and crafting, oh what we'll create. Come on over, glitter, paint, and glue. Let's get messy on a Sunday crafternoon.
I'm going to be there. We got about 2 minutes before the midday newscast, and I want to thank our guests for being with us today in the studios of WINNFM 98.9. We've had Tim and the Space Cadets, and the folks from the US Embassy brought them here. I want to believe the folks who were able to view what we shared would have a wonderful time, inspired. For those who are able to attend, they will be there. I myself, I may not make the one at the church, but I'll be at the one at the park, stadium.
Great.
And I'm looking forward to recording with them. I just realized I left my gimbal at home. I would have loved to record this. It just hit me. Bam. But for Thursday, if you don't mind, I'm going to record you guys.
Sure.
And share with, the world.
Great.
Any parting words? I mean, you've shared a lot of information, but we just about hit the news. So any parting word before we leave?
I like to end every show with saying, find your adventure and share it with the people you love. Love, 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 love.
Beautiful. So Tim, Diana, Felipe, Chip, I got it right, and Porcino. I want to thank you for being with us today. And while you are here within the Federation, enjoy.
Thank you.
Shea, you're very welcome.
We're so happy to be
Folks
here.
at the embassy, thank you for being
Thank you
here.
so much.
And we shall meet again.
All right, very good.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Try and get yourself a mantra.
Oh yes, working on that.
What is mine?
Music is life
No,
is music.
my
life
li-
is
my
music.
life-
My life is music is life.
My music,
is
my life, is my music.
Yes.
On
I'm
that
working
note,
on a mantra.
on a break for the Midday Newscast, and we will be back with you right after.
Found the sound 98.9 FM.
We now bring you the headline news. The headline news is brought to you by Caribbean Alliance, KDP Enterprises, The Grange, and Carib Brewery.
Shipping your cargo shouldn't be a hassle. It can be as easy as a single call to Amerijet International, your worldwide cargo transportation solution. We provide all the services you need to ship your goods anywhere in the world, whether your shipment is fresh, frozen, large or small, alive or hazardous. You can count on Amerijet to deliver it safe and sound. Amerijet International, by land, sea or air, we get it there. For more information, visit us online at www.amerijet.com or call us at KDP Enterprises at 466-9595.
Did you know that the Grange Healthcare Facility is the first purpose-built, non-governmental healthcare organization on St. Kitts? It's situated at Otley's, 7 miles east of Basseterre in beautifully landscaped surroundings. The Grange has a team of highly trained professionals and provides care that's rated as being comparable with UK and North American standards. The Grange offers varied accommodations to suit your individual needs, and our all-inclusive packages make the cost of care per hour the most competitive on the island. Services include convalescent care for all ages, daycare facilities for older adults, rehabilitation services, and training and continuing education for healthcare providers. For more information, call 466-5525 or 465-8020. Fax 466-8221 or email thegrangehealth@gmail.com or visit our website at www.grangehealthcarefacility.com.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
You have the keys to your new car this Christmas? Now it's time to get it insured. Visit Didi Baldwin, agents for Caribbean Alliance Insurance, to save up to 65% off your motor insurance premium. All new clients are eligible for major discounts. Plus, there's lots of sweet prizes to be won. Switch and save and get in on the action. Visit us today in St. Kitts or Nevis, or give us a call at 465-2631 or 469-5303. Promotion ends December 31st and all quotes are valid until January 31st. Drive secure this Christmas with Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Terms and conditions apply.
With the WINNFM News, I am Devon Cornelius, making the headlines. Victims of gender-based violence encouraged to tell their story. In regional news, Cardi CDB launch regional project aimed at strengthening sweet potato value chain. Internationally, next pandemic could be more lethal than COVID, says vaccine creator. Activities as part of 16 days of activism against gender-based violence continued on Nevis on Sunday at the Lime Beach Bar with the hosting of the Write Your Own Script event featuring inspirational speeches, songs, and testimonials on gender-based violence.
in any event that you find yourself in a situation where you have to compromise your well-being, reach out to someone. Have a discussion with someone. And I say the Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs, we present ourselves to be your advocates. We present ourselves to be that person who you can seek help and guidance from. And so I want to just start by saying that you are here this afternoon for a very important reason. And so I would want you to leave from here understanding what the presenters would have imparted. I want you to leave from here making a commitment that you will not allow yourself to be pulled in to any abusive relationships, no matter what. So once again, thank you very much for coming. I wish you an excellent afternoon with your peers, listening to what we have to say to you. Thank you.
That was Junior Minister of Gender Affairs on Nevis, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams. Kibian Willett was a victim of gender-based violence.
I was abused very early, at a very early age. And I was shut down. I couldn't speak. I had to endure all the silence and the pain by myself while my abuser walked around happy and free. Sorry. And I thought that I didn't have a voice. And I went through my life thinking that I didn't have a voice. I couldn't speak. So I had trauma from one to the next. So when I fell in love with someone who I thought would love me forever, and I thought that this was the end of the trauma and the tragedy, it became my worst. His parents, his dad apparently used to abuse his mom, and he's promised me it would never happen to me. He said it would never happen to me. But let me tell you something before that. I started singing calypso, and he said I'm going to empower women. And even though I was empowering women, I got into a relationship that was degrading for me, that took me away. Even though I still sang for women and empower women, I was still going through hell. At one point, I didn't even realize that I was going through hell. That first day, when my husband hit me, I got shocked. I mean, I literally shook, my whole body just shook, and I sat down and I did not move. Because him seeing his mom and dad arguing and fighting told me that it would never happen to me. And I swear that it would never happen to me because he saw it. And you would think that he saw it and didn't like it, and he would refrain from it. That's why I'm so glad that so many young people are here, because we see violence in our homes, and we don't like it. And sometimes, if we don't realize that we're making the same mistake, we end up hurting other people. I was inside getting beaten up and hurt emotionally, physically. And the most I could have done was try to fix it. I couldn't fix it. You can't fix it. I struggled for years to try and fix this problem. Because on the outside, people used to say things like, oh, she like the licks. Got to be like the licks, because you're still there. And me, on the inside, I'm saying, how can I fix this? How can I be better? How can I change how he behaves? And at one point, I gave everything up, thinking that it would change.
Activities will continue this week, Friday, December 10th, which will be dubbed as Orange Day. People are encouraged to wear something orange. The final event will be a convoy of awareness and rally on St. Kitts from the War Memorial to the Independence Square, beginning at 4:30 p.m. The 16 days of activism against gender-based violence runs from November 25th to December 10th, 2021, and is being celebrated under the theme Orange the World, End Violence Against Women Now. The Regional Sweet Potato Value Chain Enhancement and Technology Transfer Project was today jointly launched by the Caribbean Agricultural Research and Development Institute, CARDI, and the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB. The project is financed by the CDB to the tune of $600,000, with CARDI providing counterpart funding to the value of $210,000. The project will be implemented in Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Guyana, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, with the results shared across the wider CARICOM region. Sweet potato is growing in prominence because of its short growth cycle, ability to adapt to a wide range of agroecological zones, and health and nutrition benefits. However, widespread production and utilization challenges have left regional production lagging behind when compared to other regions of the world. CARDI's project manager, Reginald Andal, noted that this project is designed to address the widespread challenges producers and processors are facing in the Caribbean. The aim is to unlock the potential of the sweet potato value chain to provide income and food security to the Caribbean people. The project is organized under three components, which involves market research, including value chain analysis to gauge levels of consumer demand, potential areas for investment, and defining the existing gaps in the market. Field research will validate climate-resilient varieties and genotypes, including strains that are high yielding, drought-tolerant, disease-resistant, and suitable for processing. In addition, several communication aids will be developed to demonstrate and share knowledge on best practices in sweet potato cultivation, processing, and value addition. An integral component of the project is the provision of training on new technologies for farmers, agro-processors, and other stakeholders.
We begin this morning with new travel restrictions for people looking to enter the United States. New rules took effect a few hours ago aimed at slowing the spread of the Omicron variant. Travelers coming to America, including U.S. citizens, must now take a COVID test within 1 day of their departure. So Laura Podesta is here with what we need to know before taking our next trip and what health officials are saying about this new variant. Good morning.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. Well, a big question that remains this morning is how transmissible is this new variant? How quickly or easily can others catch it? And with that and other unknowns surrounding Omicron, the U.S. is taking new steps to stop the spread.
As of this morning, all travelers coming to the U.S. must undergo a COVID-19 test within 24 hours of their departure. Previously, they had to be tested within 3 days of their flight.
Definitely another challenge that's coming up in the way for travelers.
The tightened restrictions come as the Omicron variant continues to spread. At least 17 states have reported Omicron-related infections. Many of the confirmed cases have been found in vaccinated people who reported having mild symptoms.
But we really got to be careful before we make any determinations that it is less severe or it really doesn't cause any severe illness comparable to Delta. But thus far, the signals are a bit encouraging regarding the severity.
Experts say, though, it's still crucial to determine if Omicron is more transmissible than other variants.
Even if it is a mild disease, it's important that we still act fast now to take measures to control its spread, because even if we have a large number of cases that are mild, some of those individuals will need hospitalizations, they will need to go into ICU, and some people will die.
Omicron's arrival has coincided with a spike in new COVID cases, up 19% in just 2 weeks. The number of new infections now tops 108,000 a day. The CDC says 99% of those cases are caused by the Delta variant, with unvaccinated people remaining the most at risk.
Some promising news about Omicron. Anne-Marie, reports from South Africa, where it emerged and is becoming the dominant strain, suggest that hospitalization rates have not increased alarmingly.
Well, that's at least some good news. I know when it comes to testing, sometimes people can apply for exemptions. Is anyone exempt from having to get tested before entering the country?
Yes, there are several categories. For example, children under the age of 2 don't have to be tested, nor do people who can prove they've recovered from COVID within 90 days of entering the U.S. This requires, of course, results of a positive COVID test and a letter from a doctor or a public health official that says the person is cleared to travel. As well as airline crew members, they're exempt as long as they're following the FAA's coronavirus protocols. That means quarantining or isolating after being exposed to the virus. And military personnel are also exempt if they're under official orders to travel. This also applies to federal law enforcement officers. And the final exception to talk to you about applies to humanitarian workers in case an emergency arises.
I know that there are a couple of different tests that you can take here that are available to you. I can't imagine how many different options there are throughout the rest of the world. What kind of tests or what kinds of tests can travelers take in order to get into the country?
Yeah, if you're traveling for the holidays and you want to know definitively what can I take, what will help me get back to the U.S. after I see my family, the CDC has published criteria for a test to be valid for entry to the U.S. So you want to check out the CDC's website. All of them are viral-based tests. Antibody tests are not allowed, and home tests are acceptable as long as they've been authorized by either the FDA or by another relevant authority in another country. Anne-Marie.
Okay. Laura Podesta, thank you very much.
Thanks.
The scientist responsible for developing the AstraZeneca vaccine here in Britain has warned that a future pandemic could be more contagious or even more lethal. Professor Dame Sarah Gilbert said funding was needed to ensure the knowledge gained over the last 2 years in fighting deadly viruses wasn't lost. On the Omicron variant, she said steps should be taken to slow its spread until more is known about it. Mark Lobel reports.
A stark warning from the creator of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine that the advances made could be lost without more funding for future pandemics.
This will not be the last time a virus threatens our lives and our livelihoods. The truth is, the next one could be worse. It could be more contagious or more lethal or both.
Dame Sarah also had this note of caution about current vaccines' resistance to the new Omicron variant.
There are additional changes that may mean antibodies induced by the vaccines or by infection with other variants may be less effective at preventing infection with Omicron.
The Omicron variant of the coronavirus has spread to about a third of states in the US, which is tightening testing timelines for inbound international travellers. From Monday, anyone flying into America will now need to obtain a negative COVID-19 test taken the day before they fly to the US, whether vaccinated or not, regardless of citizenship. There's unease at some restrictions across Europe. Compulsory COVID passes for restaurant entry to combat rising COVID cases even before Omicron's impact has angered these protesters in Brussels.
Quel qu'il soit, je supporte pas la discrimination.
I can't bear discrimination in any form, and now there's the vaccine pass. Well, that's discriminatory. There's sanctions for carers who haven't been vaccinated, and mandatory vaccines, they're heading our way. We don't want a dictatorship.
People who want the vaccine have the vaccine. I don't want it. But this pass stops me being able to have a social life. I came to demonstrate to say I don't agree with that.
with similar complaints in Denmark, Austria, the Netherlands, and Germany. As Omicron cases creep up in the UK, 246 and counting, from Tuesday, pre-departure COVID tests will be needed for over 12s entering the UK 2 days before departure. And Nigeria is going on the UK's travel red list from Monday, adding to the many southern African countries already on the list. But the latest changes have been criticised as a case of shutting the stable door after the horse has bolted, by a scientist advising the government. Professor Mark Woolhouse argues the new rules had come too late to make a material difference to a potential wave of the Omicron variant in the UK. These changes have also been described as a hammer blow by the travel industry. Mark Lobel, BBC News.
You are listening to the Win Headline News. Let's recap our top stories. In regional news, Cardi CDB launch regional project aimed at strengthening sweet potato value chain. Internationally, next pandemic could be more lethal than COVID, says vaccine creator. I'm Devon Cornelius. Thank you for listening.
That was the WINNFM Headline News. The Headline News was brought to you by Caribbean Alliance, KDP Enterprises, The Grange, and Carib Brewery.
You have the keys to your new car this Christmas? Now it's time to get it insured. Visit Dedeal Baldwin, agents for Caribbean Alliance Insurance, to save up to 65% off your motor insurance premium. All new clients are eligible for major discounts. Plus, there's lots of sweet prizes to be won. Switch and save and get in on the action. Visit us today in St. Kitts or Nevis, or give us a call at 465-2631 or 469-5303. Promotion ends December 31st, and all quotes are valid until January 31st. Drive secure this Christmas with Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Terms and conditions apply.
With over a century of perfection behind the Mackeson name, a smooth blend with perfect balance and richness, it's no wonder Mackeson Triple Stout has a legacy of perfection. Enjoyed the world over. Introducing our new look with the same great taste. Mackeson. All hail the king. Please drink responsibly.
Did you know that the Grange Healthcare Facility is the first purpose-built, non-governmental healthcare organization on St. Kitts? It's situated at Otley's, 7 miles east of Basseterre in beautifully landscaped surroundings. The Grange has a team of highly trained professionals and provides care that's rated as being comparable with UK and North American standards. The Grange offers varied accommodations to suit your individual needs, and our all-inclusive packages make the cost of care per hour the most competitive on the island. Services include convalescent care for all ages, daycare facilities for older adults, rehabilitation services, and training and continuing education for healthcare providers. For more information, call 466-5525 or 465-8020. Fax 466-8221 or email thegrangehealth@gmail.com or visit our website at www.grangehealthcarefacility.com.
Shipping your cargo shouldn't be a hassle. It can be as easy as a single call to Amerijet International, your worldwide cargo transportation solution. We provide all the services you need to ship your goods anywhere in the world, whether your shipment is fresh, frozen, large or small, alive or hazardous. You can count on Amerijet to deliver it safe and sound. Amerijet International, by land, sea or air, we get it there. For more information, visit us online at www.amerijet.com or call us at KDP Enterprises at 466-9595.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Hey, saying good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to the second segment of Voices. Today, December 6th. And it's Monday, and when I was driving up from Sandy Point, well, I don't want to say town or the capital. I was enjoying the Christmas breeze. Somebody made mention very recently about the Christmas breeze. We identify, and it's really wonderful out there. It's overcast, kind of chilly in, what we call chilly here in SKN. But it's wonderful, and I hope our folks out there enjoying the Christmas breeze. It's a time when we would be enjoying caroling back in the day. The various groups would be going out around town and the various rural areas singing carols. And it was something that we look forward to. One can say that the carnival programs has largely overlooked that aspect of our traditions. It should not have, but of course time changed, people change, and interests change. But it was a wonderful time. I recall as a child also joining one of the larger groups doing the caroling. We're now into programs for another virtual carnival. We had, I think, 2 evenings ago, the results from the soccer. Okay. We have a call. Thank you, caller, for joining us on Voices. You're live on the program. We lost that. So yes, the soccer competition is on. They had the eliminations and a few names were mentioned and I have them with me at the moment. I'll probably get them. I think on the 10th, we'll have the first elimination for the Calypso competition. And the band play is on. Okay. Now, for the call. Okay, caller, are you back? With the caller 11 Voices.
Good afternoon, the King.
Good afternoon, sir. How about thou?
I'm giving thanks for life and yourself.
Counting my blessings.
Yes. May I have permission to speak?
Most certainly.
Got to be brief, though, because, I'm
You're
on a
busy.
job.
You busy? I hear that.
Yes. A little lunch break.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, just spoke about the Christmas breeze just now. I
Yes.
think one of the persons that came in at the group from the U.S. Embassy
Yes, yes.
did mention the Christmas breeze. He or she, he would have felt it because I would assume, coming from a strange environment. Not sure if they're based in Barbados, but,
Mm-hmm.
So he would have felt it and noticed the difference. But something you spoke just now about the Christmas, the caroling.
Yeah, the traditions.
The carol that I grew up with, you know.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Persons, come to our homes and they play the music and, and this is when we bring out the sorrel and whatever
Yes.
we have there. Going for, the sorrel,
And the cake.
But something that shocked me, the King, before I allow you to speak. Strangely, we keep up that tradition. Some of it might die off in certain regions, but for instance, St. Vincent, they have something you call the nine mornings. And I find that correlation with, leading up to Christmas, the 9 mornings. And it has a religious overtone to it. So, these are the things that we have to pass on to our children.
Mm-hmm.
Because in spite of what your religious outcast might be, they have a lot.
They have value. They have value. They have lots of cultural value.
Yeah.
In
And
Trinidad.
your last
Go ahead.
guest the other day, the gentleman from Ethiopia,
Yes.
spoke about the 3 quote-unquote Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism.
And religion,
that
yes,
is a
correct.
part of the Ethiopian experience, and they would have keep up certain traditions, you know what I mean? Be it Hashanah, you know what I mean? Christmas or, Ramadan, covering the 3 religions, in terms of what they would celebrate and so. So that is what we're a part of, and this is the time for it. So I just wanted to just.
Well, I'm glad you was able to call in on that program and make the connection with the guests, Dr. Brooks.
The last time with the professor.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? Because of the time constraint,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted other persons to weigh in. because I'm a frequent caller to the program, and I always lend my voice towards whatever historical religious aspect when it comes to Ethiopia and other spaces on the continent, which we hail from. So I wanted to allow others to get in and
I appreciate that, sir.
weigh in
Really
on
appreciate
the
that.
conversation. I do have more, so if he's invited to come back, then I will weigh in on like Shashamani, where we really put in the bush in Shashamani, or where we was given land for, whatever we contributed.
I'll try to broker that discussion. I'll try to broker that, his invitation, and have you engage him in those, those questions, because I find he was very knowledgeable, and it's a lot of stuff that our people needed to hear and know about.
Yes, I was in the town while I wait for my guest that was at your studio. I walked down towards the National Bank in the Pelican Mall, and a lady stopped me and she said, she heard me, she listened to me on Win FM, and she thinks I'm doing a tremendous job. I told her also a politician met me and told me that they think the government should really come up with a program so that I can go to the schools and start to teach certain grade students so that they could get familiar with it because of, he said, my consistency.
Okay, appreciate that.
In terms of what I expound. And
all right.
So, yes, I know. I take this thing. I take it very serious because, the fear of the Most High. I am not doing it in a selfish way. I have nothing to gain from it. I just want to, impart what through my experience.
Much appreciated.
I know to be. It's something that is within me, and it is within all of us. But it's dormant in some of us. So I just want to awaken or reawaken that dormancy in us.
Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that.
Thanks for listening. Did you work with the thing for me?
No, when I got to the studio and saw your guest, that's when I remembered. So it'll have to be tomorrow.
It's okay. I go beyond that, but I'm going to still need it.
Yes, I'll work with you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right?
You know that old adage? Bob Marley sang it in a song, when one door is closed, others are open?
Uh-huh.
I'm seeing it as bright as the sunshine today.
Okay, stay blessed.
Okay.
Stay blessed.
You too.
I want to thank our caller for making the contribution to the program. One of the frequent callers, I'm very much appreciated. Now, I need to know if it's just my phone alone, because for the last 2 days I've been trying to make connections via WhatsApp, etc., and there's nothing going or coming. I got a message from a person who I know to check my phone, but there's nothing coming in at all, so I'm going to go to the provider after I leave the program to find out if it's just my phone or if the internet is down, if the WhatsApp thing is down. But I have data, but there's nothing happening, so it may be my phone. Who knows? In the meantime, I made some notes this morning. It relates to something that the Prime Minister said. And a pause was put on the anticipated relaxing of certain protocols and regulations here in our federation. This, according to the Prime Minister, is due largely to the emergence of the COVID-19 Omicron variant, of which so much is unknown. This variant was reported in South Africa less than 2 weeks ago and described as a variant of concern. It has resulted in varying reaction around the world, with new travel restrictions being one of them. It should be noted that evidence of this new Omicron variant is found to have been in circulation prior to it being announced in South Africa. This notwithstanding, it was hastily labeled as the South African variant. Initial reaction to the immediate travel ban imposed on South Africa were thought to be punitive. Here at home, for those who anticipated the fencing of the commercial district at Port Zante to be taken down by December 3rd, according to the PM. Okay, let me pause here and take this call. Caller, you're live on Voices.
Hey, good afternoon, King. How are you doing?
Not too bad for no man. Yourself?
Oh, could be better. There's always room for improvement.
There you go. Talk to me.
After all the fun and the folly and the enjoyment and everything, I'm very curious and wondering what could be done to keep the price of fuel down. I'm fully aware that the government get more from gasoline and diesel and so on
Tax-wise?
than even the persons who sell it at the pump. And they
Okay.
even probably make more money than those who sell the gas to the pump sellers as retailers. Because the higher the price becomes, the higher the
Tax percentage.
percentage of the levy becomes.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Simmons used to lower the levy to accommodate the people when the price goes up. During the days of Dr. Douglas, I think Timothy Harris did it too, to accommodate. I am looking and long to see that lower of the levy go down to accommodate gas users.
Okay.
The citizens of the United States are crying out for $4 US per gallon.
We're paying what, 15, 16?
We're paying far more than that.
Mm-hmm.
We are paying over probably $6 US per gallon for gas.
Wow.
And they're probably in a better position than we are. The design of the system was designed to accommodate your citizens and to give them
Easement.
where the easement is necessary. This time, food on the shelf are bouncing up. They might not be able to do much about that, but at the same time, they could cut back on the duty on food. I'm not sure that it will be such a wise thing to do, because if he cut back on the duty of the food, he's going to need a certain strength of people to police the way food is sold to the people.
You mean price control?
Well, it's what you call price control, but our system go with what you call shoppers be aware, and you buy as you go. And if you put too much control, then it wouldn't be as liberal as you think it would be. And so when you meet someone who is selling you something more expensive than you think it is, you leave them with it. And once you go into spoilage or getting into spoil, they will come to their senses to sell it at a better price than...
Those are perishable goods.
Then too.
Those are those who trade in perishable goods.
Well, the goods will be getting into a position to be perishable, so they will drop the prices.
Yep.
So I think government let it to be what you call a free market, whereas they try not to interfere. But at the same time, even though the country have dropped the VAT and food, it appears as if that we're still paying the VAT because
some establishments still infringe.
And one of the things we need to be reminded of, is that the wholesaler is also a retailer. So
in some cases, yes, definitely. Can't you go in and come in and go in?
Sure I'm not even sure. I think the government have to look at a certain direction to see what those. I'm not sure how much they can do, because there are people who help you in a certain way. How are you going to help them back?
I hear you. I hear you. Those who contribute.
The other issue is that if you travel to New York, you'll be very difficult to find a wholesaler being a retailer. And so therefore, if you have the wholesaler and the retailer in the same bread, then you have some serious issues.
We have it at Port Zante?
We are fully aware of, I'm glad that you have it on the ground and your feet on the ground too.
Yep.
The other thing is not only that the wholesaler who sell your food turn around and take jobs from you, who is a taxi operator, and try to use you below the price of the government-regulated price that they give you.
I said we have it at Port Zante also.
Operate and the tool. So it's a lot of things that you're looking at. They turn around, not only that, you buy food from them and they turn around and want to sell you spare parts for your car and cars accessory and all of that. They're in everything. Like the old people say, they're in everything except soap and water.
Please try again. There you go.
Cannot wash clean. Dirty hand can't wash clean heart clean. I think somebody sings a song, something like that. Anyway. But the thing is, what it does appear to me is that I have been at Lagreed for some time, and I've seen Lagreed in full operation. And my memory of the first agricultural chief executive officer was a gentleman by the name of Pencil. I think he was from Barbados. But when you go into Lagreed, it's like you're walking into a nursery
Mm-hmm.
and pencil and everybody were hands-on people. And I'm not sure how qualified the qualification was, but, and then some reason or another, after those guys leave, you had Claude Woods, you had different people, Billy Dorr, and agriculture department start lowering its strength.
The standard?
And if you go to Lagweed now, you find lots of empty spaces up there, no plants, but the officers at Lagweed are well dressed and in air condition. And so the talk agriculture, the best they'll do.
We get more technical. We get more technical.
And then you know the other thing is that puzzles me is that if government fail to do anything about it, it will appear as if that government are satisfied by collecting enough taxes from the food that are imported from other countries. But maybe they give the impression that since they don't collect no tax from those that are planting the field, they look the other way.
It's a science. It's a science. Governments gain more from import duties.
Yeah, they get more import duties, even though we don't collect but government collect taxes and custom duties and
it helps to run the country.
So, like they say, fishes die by the mouth.
So
the other thing that concerns me is that the lines that are lining up at the pharmacies, inside the pharmacies are full, and the lines, they're doing what you call the protocol, lining up to get
still observing, yes.
Whatever the drugs are. Some people say, it might not be all drugs, it might be paper or something, but when people go to the drugstore, I have some concern because all drugs have side effects.
Yes.
And so you line up eating bad food, you line up for the drugs, and then you line up for the cemetery where now family are being involved. Space are running out at the cemetery because people get so emotionally involved that instead of they bury their loved ones, they put them in a vault. And so space will run out and you see lots of tombstones.
As time marches on, that's how it will happen.
It marches
you
on.
build up.
So therefore, I think we need more preaching and teaching of consumer, how you consume what you have, how to live a healthy lifestyle. I sometimes exercise.
You mean health education?
When I feel good. And most of the people I see on the road are women.
Yeah.
We're the men. The men are lost in the mission of exercising, staying healthy and staying in shape.
Ranger, the birth ratio is 3 to 1.
Well, if the ratio is
the birth
3 to 1,
ratio is 3 females to 1.
Yes, I agree. But at the same time, I must also be reminded that the hands that rock the cradle,
correct,
the hands that rule the world.
Correct. So women want things.
If a mother decides that a child is a man, he will only try to play man. But as you know, we play man.
Wait, what you just told me?
Being man is two different things.
What you just told me? If a mother decides a child is a man, what? Come in English.
Play man. And while playing man, everything is run away. And Christmas only come once a year when we have sport. And if you notice, most of them congregate in a place where we call it circus. That's where you find most of the clowns. Clowns, circus, they go together. So therefore, mothers have to be more careful as to how they raise the children because the hands that rock the cradle
rule the world.
The hands that rule the world. And men need to pay more attention in helping the women.
So it means that, yes, we need to...
Because the woman does not get the children.
Better empower the women. Better empower women. Support them.
I think somebody sing a song, say, all hands on deck.
It's a common phrase, but it's put in a calypso.
We need all hands on deck, but we need to see a lower in the prices of the fuel. I'm not sure how much they could do, but damn, do something. Do something.
Well, I would hope that Consumer Affairs are listening and will be trying to remedy that situation because we just came out to a rough place. In terms of those who work in transportation, I think they got some relief in terms of what they paid for gas some time ago, the bus drivers and all that. So that's something that can be looked at. If it's feasible economically, it should be addressed.
I look at, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I look at some people get what you call an easement in something for transportation in bus and something for this and so much 100. But to me, when you're doing something for the people, do it across the board.
Have you ever heard this phrase?
When you're doing the government to the road, that went across the board. Everybody benefit. Don't tell me you're going to get 200 this, 300 that. I cannot go down that alley with you. That's a dangerous alley when it comes to night. Let everybody get a piece of the action, no matter how small it is. Load the gas, the man with the private car, the man with the buses, the man with the taxis, the man who operate the boat. Take back, cut back a little bit on your levy. Let everybody get a piece of the action. It's very important.
One question for
when
you.
When you do the thing, everybody must feel.
One question for you. Have you ever heard the phrase, who asks get, who no asks don't get?
Well, it ain't a matter who asks get and who no asks get, because
I just asked you one question.
In my mind, everybody a contributor in this country. You contribute one
Yes, but some, if you don't ask, you don't get. The people who advocate.
You don't have to ask, it's yours. The government officials, they're only the trustee of your affairs. That's all they are, the trustee. They're not your boss. You're the boss. You hire them to do a good job, to see things for you.
Okay.
Because you can't do everything yourself. And that is why the ministers are paid the way they are being paid. They're the highest paid people in the country, you know. The ministers' government are very well paid.
There's some people in the private sector. There's some folks.
The permanent secretary and all of that, they're very well paid.
There's some folks in the private sector who make one of them.
Comparison to the other people in this country. And then if you look at our minimum wage and so on, go up to the category of where you will work. And the other thing that I have quickly.
Please.
We must prepare for the farewell of COVID. We must get people start being practical in getting a trade. This country is going to be overrun by trade men when we open up. Cutting grass is good, but there are some men who are between those people who are good with their hands. They could read a rule. They could do carpentry. They could do electrician. Get them out of that and put them to do that. Don't tell them stop to this. Tell them do this. You have to get the country ready, else this country going to be overrun with other people, and our people will always be second-class citizens for those who have the qualification of a trade. We are not doing it. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's happening. I believe justice must not only be done, but it must be seen to be done.
I think there are programs at the technical college that addresses that.
You mobilize them to vote. Mobilize the young ones to get a trade. Some of them you have lost already. Start in the school. And don't tell me that you're doing it, because if you were doing it, I would have seen it, and Sakoti will have seen it, and some jam Joe Blow would have seen it. In my opinion, it's not being done. We are not getting ready.
Okay, sir.
The lack of trade men who with technical skills and so on. Every time a job is open, nobody here qualified. Yet we go in school every day. For what?
So tell me something. What's happening at the technical college?
Well, maybe it is a technical after all.
Yeah, the programs, they're teaching them. I just say you're not seeing it.
Listen, you have to recruit people. You have to recruit children. You have to benefit when you're young. You can't wait until you're old.
Okay,
you have to get people interested. If you some you lost, but at least you could pick up the slack now. Now is the time to get ready. And if somebody could show me the statistic of what they're doing, then I might say, well, you're doing okay, but you could do better.
Fair enough.
There's always room for improvement. Room for improvement. I'm not sure how long I'm going to live, because you see people who get the shot now, they're the one who have the COVID, and those who didn't take the shot don't have the COVID, and they're not spreading it. So if the people who have the COVID look like if you don't get boosted and all kind of thing, then you know what happens. They're the one who have the thing now. They say everybody must be tested alike, and so on and so on and so on and so on. So I don't know. It is not tongue cattle want where you can't talk.
Okay.
Yes,
go ahead.
I think I've said enough. I believe I need to see some action.
Okay, sir.
The road is completed. We need to educate our people, get them ready for after COVID. getting ready for the hotel industry, getting ready to take leadership, not only to be a maid, to wear apron and a coverall. We could do better than this. Because those people, you never shatter those people who are going to do the ordinary work, but you need people who are going to take over. No, nobody lasts forever. Nobody do everything forever. Get people to understudy other people who are doing certain jobs. They don't own them jobs. They will one day they will retire, and we wouldn't have to look for replacement outside. The replacement will be here.
All right, sir. Appreciate
Organize
that.
yourself. He who failed to plan to fail. Have a good day, King. I think I said enough.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. I would say, though, that there are people at the technical college who are been trained for the hospitality industry. For a very large percentage of our people depend on that industry. But I do know for a fact that also at the technical college, there is vocational training going on for people in this various skill departments. Not everyone is academic or will be academic. So there are people being trained in those fields, those disciplines, carpentry, electronics, etc., As you say, you may not see it, but I know there are people emerging with those skills. Maybe they can't find the job placement that they train for. So they do something in the meantime, but our people are. And sometimes you will leave the college or the various institutions with the qualifications, and people want to pay you next to nothing. So you take a job in the meantime that you figure can sustain your standard of living, but you don't have your skill set. Sometimes we migrate with those skill sets. But I do not believe that people are so backwards. I know what happens sometimes in the construction industry. Employers who are employing persons who are not nationals of St. Kitts. I don't like to say foreigners. Persons who are not nationals of St. Kitts because they accepted a lower pay grade. And so you see them going, they figure, well, our people aren't trained. I think our people are very well qualified. We take a call from the public. Caller, you're live on Voices. Good day, caller. You're live on Voices.
Hello, good day.
Good afternoon.
King, how are you today?
I'm blessed. How are we doing? Good to hear your voice.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Yes, the last caller said a bundle. Pertaining to, when we pull in at the pump, I got a shocking reception about 2 weeks back. I normally fill my tank when it's half. And to my surprise, I paid with $100 and the guy gave me back he gave me back $10. And I said, what's going on? And to my surprise, he told me that the gas is now, I think, 14 something a gallon.
It happened to me too?
Yeah, it was a shocker. Seriously, I felt it. Now, upon that, I want to say to all drivers who are listening, who are hearing my voice now. Now, I got a ticket 2 weeks ago. I was driving on the bypass road coming west, from east going west to the back of the movie. Now, when I go around that roundabout, there's a sign that says 20. I assume it means 20 miles per hour.
Okay.
When I approached the bridge, the arch, just to come on to the roundabout by camp, about 6 police officers was there. I got a ticket. The King, that hurt me.
For you doing over the 20 that was posted?
Yes. Now, here's my concern. I'm coming down a slope. I drive a Kia Sportage. The car picked up speed coming down the slope. To my surprise, 6 police officers was there, and I think 2 women in brown skirt, and I can't remember the color of the top. Now, I got pulled over. I didn't query, but I heard one of the officers said to the one who pulled me over, "Why come? You have the gun in your hand and vehicles coming down here top speed."
Really?
So he quickly got the gun, the
the meter gun.
thing, I mean.
The meter gun.
Yeah, right. and took it from him and pulled over other drivers coming behind.
Yeah.
2 weeks after, they're there again in that same spot.
It's like a trap.
Well, it seems as though it is working for them.
You don't see them until you get around the corner.
No.
It's a blind spot, yes.
No. What I'm saying is, if they're there and they are, in my opinion, I think they're harassing the drivers. Because ever since I got that ticket, I tried driving down that road 20 miles per hour. It's annoying. But to have police in that under the bridge waiting for us to come down there and waiting to hand us tickets, they're up to something. Now I know they might need their bonus or whatever they get at December. And I can tell you that there are debates within some police officers that they should not be there.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to base this on that. But I've heard that they're saying, some officers are saying they should not be there. The King, I've been home for 20 or however months since March, and that thing hurt me.
I know.
I already paid it. I am saying to drivers, beware that these officers are there because they're getting it work. Now, I am a law-abiding citizen, and I felt that ticket for $250 2 weeks ago.
Ouch.
And like I said, 2 weeks after, they're there again. So why? Why are they targeting the drivers in that area?
Reasonable traffic officers allows you at least 5 miles over what is posted. They allow at least 5 miles, even 10 miles over what's posted. And that particular area is not a highway that you could be speeding.
Exactly.
So there should be some consideration given.
It's not a built-up area. And the only set of people who are getting tickets, it seems, are those who are coming from east to west, not those who are coming from the roundabout in camp
coming into
under the bridge.
Uh-huh.
So these officers know what they're doing. Now, I don't know if they were sent there because they know that they have to get their bonus or whatever. But, I mean, come on. I think they're harassing people.
Mm-hmm.
They're bullying us there in that area. And I'm asking everyone who is here with me right now, when you're driving in that area, slow down. Because it's not easy that they're just, I don't want to say depriving me, but, you know, like I said, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I paid the $250 already. But I just want people to be on the alert. Because what they're saying when the vehicle are coming, they already have the book written up. The book is already written. And like I said, one said, "Why come bring the measuring gun? The cars coming down here."
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is a slope.
Yep.
So you come around there, your vehicle will pick up speed.
Yes.
And there they are. It's the primal spot it seems right now.
I think the traveling public will thank you for that information, because to be forewarned is to be forearmed. And I'm sorry they had to go through that, but there are times when the officer needs to show some consideration, as you said. Even a warning for the first time.
Right.
Even a warning for the first time.
They are there for that, and there's no point in even saying, "Listen, give me a chance." They're not going to do that.
Okay.
Thank you for hearing me.
I want to thank you for that call. I gave you some kudos last week when I had the professor from from Ethiopia. I don't know if you heard it. But at this point in time, we're going to pause for the Win FM's Midday Newscast, and we'll continue these discussions. It's 1 o'clock. I'm saying 12 o'clock. It went already. Let's pause for a sponsor. I'm really sleeping. Imagine that.
It's that time again. Triple Cashback is back, but with more. Triple your cashback with Triple Play. Triple the savings, triple the cashback, and get a chance to win. Triple the cashback for more free groceries at Horsewood Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store today. Yes, for the rest of 2021. Horsewood Furniture and Appliances is tripling your savings with triple cashback coupons for even more free groceries for all FlexPay hire purchase customers. But that's not all. Every hire purchase customer gets a chance to win up to triple their Triple Cashback cashback in free groceries in the Triple Play. The Triple Play game show gives 2 lucky customers a chance to triple their triple cashback for free groceries and win lots and lots of prizes and more. If you get $500 in coupons for free groceries, you get a chance to get up to triple that amount with our Triple Play game show promotion. That means you get $1,500 in coupons for free groceries. And remember, every higher purchase customer gets a chance to win free groceries for a year. Hotspot's Triple Cashback Triple Play. Come now, don't miss it.
Drop everything and come now to Hosford's Auto Parts and Accessory Center for their big Drop Everything sales event. For the rest of 2021, go to Hosford's Auto Accessories and Parts Center, where they'll be dropping 30% off select accessories, 20% off car batteries. But the rubber really hits the road with this deal. 20% off all tires, or get 1 tire free with the purchase of 4 tires. Buy 4 tires, get 1 free from now until the end of 2021. So drop everything and come now to Hosford's Auto Parts and Accessories Drop Everything sales event. Now dropping 30% off select accessories, 20% off batteries and tires. Or buy 4 tires, get 1 tire free. Yes, drop everything and go now to Hosford's Auto Accessories and Parts Center. We are the best. The Federation's favorite auto parts and accessory store.
Once again, good afternoon to our listeners and viewers. A few moments ago, I was talking about the midday newscast. I think it's obvious that Grandpa needs his nap. I'm losing it, but yes, I want to thank our callers for joining us so far. I was speaking about the anticipated taking down of the fence at Posante. Lots of folks, based on what was said by Minister Grant, thought of the 3rd of December that would have taken place. We're now on the 6th day, and we had a different perspective given by the Prime Minister since the announcing of this new variant, the Omicron. Travel restrictions, precautions are back in place. We're looking at what's happening globally. See, in Germany, they are about to impose mandatory vaccination. They're focusing on those who are not vaccinated. There will be restrictions from certain public places around the world. There is a new awareness. This new variant is called, or being referred to as a variant of concern. And so I think because it's more of a fluid situation, to paraphrase the Prime Minister, nothing can be set in stone. Tomorrow we expect a couple of ships in port. And so for those who were thinking by now that the fence would come down, because we would have achieved that 80% vaccination that we were looking at, that this would be in place by now. Not yet. We have to hold on a bit longer. It is now where nationals can actually go to Port Zante on the days that ships are in port and interact with what's happening there once you can show to the security your vaccination status. You are allowed to go on the port and do your shopping and all that, because that was a concern, or we can't go on the port. That is now one of the things that has been relaxed. But in terms of the bubble, quote unquote, coming down, that will take a little longer. All right? So we live with it. As somebody said, we have to learn to live with the COVID-19 and its variants. I think we can learn to live with it, but be healthy, still follow all the precautions and necessary protocols, because I don't want to be a person who would have attracted it and then, contracted it and then have to live with the long-haul effects. I know a friend of mine in the UK who is still suffering. She contracted it. As a matter of fact, she's in healthcare. She works in healthcare. And contracted the virus, and it's about 3-4 months after. And the effects are still very much bothering her. If the phone rings in the next room, she can't rush to pick up the phone to use a vacuum cleaner. There's a shortness of breath. So it's not only surviving it, but it's how it would affect you after if you are so unfortunate to contract it. Not everybody recovers alike. Some people are devastated. Some people have lifelong threatening conditions. And so we do our best to avoid whatever. We have visitors coming in by air and at the seaports almost on a daily basis now. This Omicron variant is already in the U.S. We have many of our visitors from that particular source market. So we have to be mindful that even though within the Federation we would have achieved our targets, 80% of persons being vaccinated, we have to look at protecting ourselves and not letting our guards down to the point where we have to go back into shutdown and economic shock and distress. So I'm one of the persons who has been affected. I'm one of the thousands who work in the service industry who has been affected by all the ravages of COVID-19. I'm one of the persons who, all the various aspects of it. And I am mindful that we have to be patient a little longer. We've heard the cries of many persons who were longing for the ships to come. The ships are arriving, but the work is not really reaching us. We're going to work it out. I think the minister would have traveled. There was a situation where the dispatching issue was supposed to be addressed, but there was something not quite right, and so we were told when the minister returns, we'll sort it out. So hopefully before the end of the week, we can have that situation addressed. Okay? I want to say good afternoon to Zara and Cleo, her mom and the husband down there in Anguilla. I know they're logged on. I don't know what's going on with my phone. Let's see. Hey, I got a text from. Okay, and it's not coming through. I think I need to go to the service provider because I'm not getting my messages. There's something wrong with this. So, Chris, good afternoon. I'm glad that you can, let me see. Man, you're forgetting the time. Yeah. Let's take this call from the public. Call your live on voices.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Let me get it clear. Did you cut me last week?
Pardon?
You cut me last week?
I think you were cut by the engineer because you were saying something that was not really palatable. I'm on the board.
By the engineer?
Huh?
By the engineer?
Yes, I don't control the board, but sometimes when the tone of the conversation turns negative, they have a 7-second delay and they cut you. So I think you were cut as a result. I know you know, we will keep it respect.
Disrespect. Did I disrespect anybody?
You were saying that somebody was full of, and so I think they cut you off at that point. We were speaking about the customs people, and I understand you got a little heated, and you were saying that they're full of whatever, and at that point the engineer would have cut you off.
Okay.
So you didn't I was asking you to be respectful. Speaking better than that. So I was speaking to you.
I wasn't disrespected. I wasn't disrespectful.
But we know you can dialogue a lot better than that. We know you can dialogue a lot better than that. We know that. Right?
I had some pictures which I want to lay it out, what somebody sent to me. Yeah, that will come to them, 3 of them, and 1 item of each. Several items, 1 of each. Or 1 item, not sure if it's because.
We were dealing with the customs issue, right?
Anyway, I just want to make sure how that went.
All right. We were dealing with the customs issue, and you were reacting to, I think you were saying about the same set of message last year, the same last year, and they're full of whatever. And at that point, you were cut. Right? I understand from your perspective the frustration. I don't know what your issue was, but you were saying that they said the same things last year and they're coming the same things again, and you think they're full of. And at that point, the engineer would have cut you. So that is thing. I was still speaking to you. I said, well, we can keep it civil, you know. So I hope you take it with understanding as to that's what actually happened. Nothing personal.
Well, that's what I really wanted. That's why I called the I wanted to know if there's something from you direct.
Yeah, there is there's a 7-second delay when people say certain things. Before you go out in public, the engineer would cut that, you know, so you won't get that those words up there. Right?
Okay. How can I get $100 to you for Lord Black?
You know something?
I was so appreciative of what I've done to him.
Here's what.
Some night ago.
Here's what. On Friday.
I was very happy for him.
On Friday, I think it was. Yes, I was here on Friday. Biff Mills from the Department of Culture called me to engage me in a job to pick up cons from saddlers to bring to Carnival City and then take him back home. But I had a prior engagement. So I think that's one of the best connections. You can give it to me to give it to Biff Mills to give it to him because he's in Saddlers. I'm not sure about the circumstance, but that connection, you know, we can look at that connection to get it to him. So if Biff is listening and he wants to contact me, I could have him get in touch with you directly because apparently they are in touch with him. He was taken to the show, but I unfortunately couldn't do the honors because I was otherwise engaged. But that's one of the avenues we can use. And I appreciate you've been trying for some time to get some assistance to Constance Edwards, former fellow Calypsonian. You no longer sing Calypso, you no longer sing Calypso, but of his contribution.
What you know about me? What you know about me?
Well, I want to hear it. I haven't seen you in the tents. It's Sugar Mass 50. And you know, here's it. The legs.
The legs them don't permit me. That's why you're riding bike.
Okay. But you have until the 15th, I think, or the 10th for elimination. You can still get in if you want to. You can pedal the bike up the stage. So Biff Mills would be one of the best person. If he's listening, or I can get it to him, whatever way. I'm going to reach out to Biff and see how we can get you to assist cons. And for those who don't know, this is Chukai, Calypsonian, Freaker Man, etc. Got that right?
Yeah. You got it hard.
For some time, they've been trying to get some assistance to Constance Edwards. I discussed with a former band leader to put a concert together to raise some funds for Constance Edwards. But of course, you can only speak so much. People don't follow up. It dies a slow death. You, since then, has been trying.
Yeah, and I think you were planning a similar thing for me years back too, but that didn't come to either.
I don't get the
you
support.
Remember that?
I do not get the support. I mean, I have to go now and speak to sponsors to come aboard because you guys would have made your contribution. Getting some sort of award from time to time is good, but sometimes you need monetary support to assist you in your circumstances.
Yeah, I know.
You know, but I spoke to persons, yeah, but then when you come and you try to follow up, they're not there. They're not there. It's unfortunate.
It's what it is.
Right? So I'm going to call.
So you had see that thing coming for Cans Friday night? You had know about it?
No, they called me on the same day. And that's where I thought of you, but I had a prior engagement
I understand,
in the studio. So I called Biff and told him, well, I tried to get out of it, but the person told me they had already engaged a babysitter, so they could not get out of it. I was trying to say, can we do it tomorrow night? They said, no, I engaged a babysitter. It's got to be done tonight. And so I called Biff and told him, unfortunately, I cannot accommodate him. But I know that connection. It was to pick up Constance Edwards from Saddlers, bring him to the show, and then take him back. So there's a certain level of appreciation being shown to him. And I know that your contribution to his situation would be even more, or will be recognized and appreciated even more.
That's on my heart.
Right?
I'm like that.
Do you have my personal number?
Right?
Do you have my personal number?
Yeah, remember I spoke to you some time ago?
Well, you see, I was just calling the wrong time for news, you know. I'm kind of tired. I am up late at nights and early in the mornings, you know. Need my grandpa nap, so to speak. But yes, okay. Let me follow up with Mr. Mills, and then I'm going to check for you in my phone and call her back and say, okay, here's how we can get to assist cons. Right?
Okay, no problem.
Much appreciated.
I'm here whenever.
Okay, sir. Beautiful. At this point in
Okay,
time,
good.
we pause once again for a word from our sponsors.
Yeah, you're welcome. No problem.
Okay, Chuka, take care.
All right.
It's happening again. By popular demand, we're doing it again. Yep, we're doing it again. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances is once again giving away double cash back for free groceries for the months of September to December. Every customer at the Horseman's Furniture and Appliances showroom in St. Kitts and in Nevis gets double cash back coupons for absolutely free groceries. But it doesn't stop there. Every higher purchase customer will also get a chance to win. Yep, get double cash back for free groceries and a chance to win absolutely free groceries for a year with every $100 spent on higher purchase. By popular demand, we're doing it again. Double cash back for free groceries, plus a chance to win free groceries for a year. Come to Horseman's Furniture and Appliances today and expect low prices, expect great quality, expect free delivery, expect double cash back for free groceries, expect a chance to win free groceries for a year, expect the extraordinary terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back once again to Voices. You are listening to WINNFM 98.9 on the FM dial, and it's another Monday, the 6th day of December, and we got about 50 minutes before we go. We take this caller straight to the phone lines. Caller, live on Voices.
Good afternoon, King. I'm back.
Good afternoon, Africa. Welcome back.
Earlier, you were talking about the new variant.
Omicron.
And where the focus is. The one wants to call it the epicenter, Southern Africa, South Africa, the whole Southern African area. And I listened to Antonio Guterres, the Secretary General of the United Nations, as to what was agreed. I think it's at the G20 that economies are hurting, and I think they made an agreement that it will be time that economies should be opened up back in a precarious way and the like. And for the South African scientists to have detected this new strain and to let the World, the World Health Organization inform the World Health Organization about that. That was a tremendous, in terms of stemming the tides of this potential possible new outbreak with a new variant. And lo and behold, that was not the emphasis, whereas the South African scientists discovered it and let the World Health Organization inform the World Health Organization. No, but lo and behold, they were slapped with travel bans and the like. So,
punitive measures.
In Antonio Guterres' words, this is tantamount. His words, it is tantamount to travel apartheid. Because he made reference to that. It did not even originate there. I don't have the facts and all the stats, but I'm just talking about the world, the UN Secretary General that would echo those sentiments. And so, and they conclude that it was unscientific because, yes, it was spread, but laying the blame solely and squarely in the South African space was not correct. Kudos should have gone to the scientists that have done a tremendous job to inform the world about this, and also where it originated at. As opposed to where it originated at, no ban was issued for that space, but ban was issued for where it started to spread. And so I just wanted to echo my sentiments towards what Antonio Guterres, the United States Secretary General, said.
Okay.
What is your take on it?
Well, like you, I followed up on some reports. The reaction was knee-jerk and punitive. In hindsight, they now say, okay, they now commend the scientists in South Africa for how they handled it. But initially, they went with the labeling, it's a South Africa virus, and they want to put blame on people who had nothing to do with it. Later on, they now recommended and commending them for how they handled it and warned the world in comparison to how it played out when it was discovered or, said to have been started in Wuhan. So now they're stepping back from that reaction, which was punitive.
There, but it ended up there like anything else that was spread and ended up in the past, like
right.
It has gotten a share.
The initial travel ban was thought as being punitive because you're actually affecting the economy. Right? Somebody give me a perspective. Well, it was okay because they didn't react fast enough with the first spread in Wuhan, so this was appropriate. Fact is, they're now stepping back from that initial stance. But the travel ban is now being relaxed. And even here in SKN, we have put travel bans or restriction, not ban, but in terms of the travel restrictions for people coming into the Federation, even those leaving, you react to it. Maybe not being reactionary, but precautionary.
But you would agree, though, that when damage has been done, like so to speak,
hard to walk it back.
The horses has already bolted. Here is it, the economies were closed, and then there's an open up, and things are getting back to normal, and then there's a closure again. It really offsets things. I just wanted to tie that in to what your last, the gentleman from Ethiopia, the professor said about the hashtag no more.
Yes.
Because if you're going to permeate, if you're going to give misinformation, disinformation, that could hurt other people's nations, other people's. You know what I mean? This is where we are saying no more too.
It was a racist reaction. We do live in a racist world. We don't want to have the same discussion every day, but the reality is it's a racist world.
As a result, Cyril Ramaphosa, the president for South Africa, he went on a fact-finding mission, a supporting mission, like towards most of, like, he traveled to Nigeria, he traveled to Ghana, and one or two other, maybe Western African countries, to garner support to say, no, this cannot be, you know what I mean, this cannot be so, because here is it. We agreed on this on the G20, that the economy would be open up. And then is one part of the world is being, having to bear all the brunt of closing down again, not able to allow our visitors to come to our shores, as a result hurting the economies of those southern African countries. Not only South Africa, the Republic of South Africa.
Exactly.
But Namibia, Botswana, Zambia, Mozambique, Malawi, maybe Angola, to name a few.
Exactly.
Of those southern African countries. That's my take on it. We say no more, hashtag no more. So the misinformation, disinformation, things that would be hurting other people, while other people are not being hurt when it originates in their space. Thanks for listening.
Always grateful for your contribution as we are approaching the close of today's episode of Voice. We got about 6 minutes before we wrap things up. And earlier we had this group in, for those who would have missed it, Tim and the Space Cadets. Because it's to the phone lines. Call your 11 voices. We would have missed that call. We would ask if you can please try and get back in on the program. We would like to hear from you before the day closes. If you're enjoying the Christmas breeze, you have any issue, we've come from along with the last 20 plus months of COVID restrictions, and we are re-emerging into an economy that's slowly reopening in phases. For those who are sending Christmas packages to their families from overseas, I can tell you they were very much welcomed. And we take this call. Call, are you live on Voices?
Good afternoon, the King.
Good afternoon, sir. How about thou?
Oh, I'm good. And you're good too.
Good.
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 Well, I Okay, well, let me remind you first before I. Okay, last week Monday, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about the different ways that one can get affected with the HIV.
Yes.
Yeah, and I had a question, but you all had closed before that. And it was said that, if a man has abrasion on his penis before he has sex, then it's possible that he could catch it if the woman has it.
Correct.
What about a man who got a cut head?
I don't know what you're going to say.
Well, anyway.
English,
you got
according to
something
unexpected, is a funny language.
Okay. Definitely.
Abrasion, breaking the skin, cuts. Your cut.
I'm going to make it quick so somebody could get the last minute. But hear this.
Yes.
Remember, just before the COVID started, you had plans for a big show up 17 degrees?
Correct.
And Turkey was supposed to be MC. Well, now you got a chance now. Since everything opened up. So you could go back with the show because I was looking forward to it.
I don't ever want to engage talking anymore. I might want to bring you in because you're a comedian.
No, man, I ain't in Turkey class, man.
I know.
Just watching Turkey walk across the stage and go back in is a load of laugh,
To watch him do the monkey technique.
Yeah, oh, you are boy.
When he does the monkey technique, something else.
That is it.
It was just this morning. I was up early. I was thinking about the national MCs that we've had in St. Kitts. We miss Calypso Reggie. We've yet to find his replacement.
Definitely.
And the only person, to my mind, that rivaled him was Turkey the Good on Gun.
Definitely.
Those two in the same room would get people to go to the hospital. Seriously.
Look, at one time when I was living in St. Thomas, me and another guy in Iowa, we had planned to send for Turkey down to MC down here for a show.
Mm-hmm.
But then it never come off.
All right.
But Turkey is what you call a born
Natural
comedian.
Natural. And then he gonna look at you and say, well, what I do? Me not done. You're on the floor with laughter.
That's right.
You know, it's good that you called because the time we have to pause and celebrate these persons who have made a contribution.
Definitely.
We now they're putting the program together. It's going to be an honorary program to honor. They're hoping to get 50 nationals or persons who have made a contribution to the development of Carnival over the past 50 years.
Right.
Persons like Turkey may be easily overlooked. So it takes a person like you to remind the folks on the honor committee to look at these persons. I mean, he just has that natural talent.
Yep.
And he sang in Spanish. We need these persons. And he, in talking to him, he says one of his issue was what was happening a few years ago with the criminality. He was afraid.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to guarantee him I'll take him from his home and take him back safely. Those were some of the conditions he wanted. But to bring out, because there are generations now, at least one generation, have never seen Turkey's performance.
Definitely.
He was, in his naturalness, better than Calypso Reggie. But in their own skin, they were just unstoppable.
There are two kings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one time there was a motorcade going around Girland, and Turkey was standing in an empty cane field next to the road.
Mm-hmm.
And Turkey put on a piece of walking up in a cane field. The motorcade stopped.
Stop the motorcade.
Yes, and everybody just watching Turkey. And no music, but he in there walking up.
He is that good. I will reach out to him. I will reach out to him once again. We're about to come to the close of today's program, so I'm glad you got your chance to speak. And remind me about, that topic you raised and this whole cutted thing. I just had to laugh. Right?
Okay.
So thanks for your contribution. For our viewers, our listeners, all those who made a contribution to the program today, our guests earlier, Tim and the Space Cadets, and the folks who tried to call in and get in, we want to thank you for your contribution. And hopefully we will continue our discussion on other topics. this next Wednesday. In the meantime, we want to wish you peace, love, and be safe.
Paint it, style it, improve it. Your walls, paint it. Your rooms, style it. Your home, improve it with huge savings at the Hotsfields building in Nevis Centers. Paint it, style it, improve it. Sales